for what? Cracking. This is a big problem. But fortunately, it is very easy to remove the within of the knife. Two methods used commercially. One is you do tempering two times. You know, we normally will temper after hardening. Alright? So you just go and temper first time, temper second time, so. The second method they use in industry is that they do sub-zero treatment. That means they will freeze the specimen. Alright? And one way they do this, which I've seen before, is that they have those styrofoam boxes, like the one you use for one styrofoam boxes when you go picnic and all, those styrofoam box, okay? They just put the components inside the styrofoam box, then they just pour liquid nitrogen over it. Okay? And you know the Switzerland is very famous for one thing, precision. The Swiss, like watches, they do gauges, they do a lot of precision stuff. And in Switzerland, I think their winter is really very cool because it's landlocked in interior of Earth. Alright, during winter time, winter is the temperature will be very zero. So they just do this natural sub-zero treatment. That may be one of the reasons why they are so good for precision. Okay, so what are the two methods? So you temper two times, that's known as what? Double tempering. Then the other one is what? Sub-zero treatment. It freezes. Okay, that's all given in this slide paper. Okay. Yeah. Okay, you know, okay, I want to explain to you why you do mask and print, how you do mask and print. Okay? Now, can you tell me what is the purpose of mask and print? Those of you who have finished by what is the purpose? Why you do mask and print? Mask and print is for what? You harden the steel, isn't it? Instead of direct quenching, you do what? Mask and print, which is not quenching directly. No, just now I already told you, you hold it, then after that you want to pick it up and cool. So your cooling is what? Less drastic. One of the problems you will get when you cool or quench very drastic is cracking. Okay? Mask tempering will reduce that risk. Okay. Now, how does this come about? Okay, you look at this. This one here. Now, if you have a piece of steel bar, you heat it up, alternate it, and then after that you quench. When you quench, okay, can you tell me, okay, if This is your surface. This one here is your core. Which one will cool faster? Which one? Surface. Alright? So, this is what I will get. This is for my what? Surface. And this one here is for my core. The cooling rate. Okay? Alright. Now, if let's say I take the core, when I am at this temperature here, which is actually T1, and this temperature here, when I'm at T1, my core, you guys never correct me, man. It should be the other way around. Surface, and this one here is the core. This one here is faster. Alright, so from T1 to T2. Can you see T1 to T2? My surface, alright, will become what? Mountain side. Can you see that? By the time I reach T2, the surface will already become what? Down here is what? Mountain side. Okay? But at T2, can you see T2? My core is still what? Right. So my surface already hardened, but inside still not hardened. Still no change. Are you clear with that? Alright, now, what happened when, okay, here, T3 to T4. Between T3 to T4, that means from here to here, my core will be changing to what? Mountain side. Okay? Just now I told you one thing. When your core is changing to, when austenite is changing to mountain side, what happens to the volume? Expand. That's why I told you that now you get stability. So, if I were to look here, T3 to T4. From T3 to T4, okay, my surface is already what? Mountain side. But my core, from T3 to T4, my core will be changing from what? Austenite to what? Mountain side. Do you agree or not? From here to here. Okay, down here I got what? Here is what? Austenite, here is what? Down here is what? Mountain side. Okay? Alright. Now, this is where your problem starts. When my surface is cooling down, what happens? It will be what? Contracting. Okay, it will be what? Contracting. Alright, my surface will be what? Contracting. But what happened to my inside the core? The core will be what? Will be what? This one inside will be what? Expanding. So, can you imagine the surface as it is contracting, at the same time the core is what? Expanding. What happened to the surface? Will be subjected to very high tensile stress. So that is why I get this one. Okay. Are you clear now? Alright. So how do you solve this problem? Huh? How do you solve this problem? You do mark and bring up. Alright? And when you do mark and bring, basically what is happening? Okay? You okay? Can you see or not? You hold. That means you crank, okay, then you hold. Right? You hold for how long? You hold for maybe this length of time. You must not let it enter here. Are you clear enough? So at T5, okay, at T5, your temperature for this whole piece, will be, let's say here, I call this temperature here T1. Your temperature will be at what? Temperature what? T1. This whole piece. And then after that, I can take this out, I can let it cool very slowly. When I let it cool very slowly, I will still pass by what? MS and MS and come up with I cannot cool slowly up here, because if I cool slowly up here, I will end up getting what? Are you clear now? Okay? Now I can cool slowly here because I am below this nose here. This nose here is known as the what? Like what? Okay? If you are below the polite nose, you can cool very slowly, no problem. You won't cut into the polite. You just go to MS, the other side. So this is actually what? Mark and break. I can, the cause for this crack is due to what? Surface cool faster than the inside. So they transform differently. Alright? If I do mark temporarily, I actually allow the whole piece of component to what? At the same temperature, then after that, at the same time, I can cool it very slowly, no problem. It is below the polite nose, so cool slowly also you will go through the underside transformation rate. Right? You have it. So this way you don't get right? This is the last part. I think alloying element can improve hardenability, easier for you to harden. It can affect phase stability, it can change the shape of PDT diagram, reduce damping temperature. Okay, let's look at the first one. You remember, okay, you have got two steel, two different types of steel. One is plain carbon steel, the other one is what? Alloy steel, O1. Remember or not? Two steel. The other one is a two steel, which is actually alloy steel. Okay, which one is easier to harden? 1050 or O1? Which one? In the lab, which one harden easier? O1 or 1050? Okay, O1 is actually hardened by what? Oil. 1050 is hardened by what? Water. That means O1 is easier to harden. You see enough? Okay? Why? Very simple. Okay. Okay, you know, this one here, okay, is for 1050. So 1050, can you see this cooling rate? Okay, is okay. This cooling rate cannot really. 1, 2. Okay, this cooling rate cannot harden ready. Second one. Alright? That means, let's say this one here is what? This one here is water, here is what? Oil. The cooling in oil, cooling in water. This is for what? 1050. Now, when I add alloy elements, what basically happens is that this curve here will shift. Alright? So now it becomes like this. If it shift here. 1, 0, no, sorry. Let's say this one becomes what for O1. Alloy element will shift this curve. Are you clear now? The more it is, the further you will shift. Okay? So now, can you see after shifting, can oil, cooling in oil harden O1? Can, isn't it? Alright? So, therefore, alloy elements will what? Improve hardenability by what? Shifting the DTT diagrams to the right. Are you clear now? Okay? That's the effect. Then change phase stability. Do you know that if I add a lot of what do you call it? This I add a lot of nickel into the steel. Even at room temperature, my steel is austenite can be austenite. Because why? You know, there's earlier one I show you the phase diagram for steel. Okay, austenite is above. Remember or not? Okay, then if I add a lot of nickel, this thing will be lower down. Will be lower down. So even at room temperature, the austenite can exist. Are you with me or not? That is why, you know, stainless steel, there's one called austenitic stainless steel. They add a lot of what? Nickel inside. The nickel will push the phase diagram downwards so that austenite can even exist. Okay? Now, this one here, this diagram here, can I get bainite by direct cooling? Just now I already told you cannot, isn't it? How can I get bainite? I will do what? Force tempering. But this one here may be for O1. This shape here may be for O1. If I add a lot of alloy elements, can you see or not? We can change the shape of the DTT diagram. Can you see or not? If I got this diagram here, can I get bainite? The first one is for what? For nice. The second one will give me what? Bainite. Then if I cool even faster, I get what? Condensate. Okay? So, but very seldom you find you can get this diagram like this. You can get bainite by what? Direct. Bainite usually cannot be obtained by what? Direct. Okay? This is very rare. Okay. Alright, one last thing. Okay, one last thing. If I got a piece of steel, I can harden the whole thing. When it becomes hard, it becomes strong, but it becomes what? Alright? Hard is good for what? Wear resistance. Hard is also good when actually a lot of cracks start from the surface. High hardness means what? The material will be stronger. Crack is more difficult to form. Are you all clear enough? Okay? So, what I can do is that I don't want to harden the whole component. I will only harden the surface. When I harden just the surface, my component will remain what? That's very important. There are two ways. It can also increase fatigue resistance. Fatigue is actually cracking taking place from the surface. So it will increase the what? Crack. Because high hardness means what? Crack more difficult to form. The other one is I want to maintain the toughness in the core. Alright? So how do you do that? There are two ways. One is I take the piece of steel. You remember I told you that steel to harden it, heat it up and quench, the carbon content must be what? At least 0.4% upwards. Are you clear enough? Less than that, you cannot just quench, heat it up, or very tight, quench. Right? So, if I have a piece of steel, let's say with carbon content above 0.4, I can choose any spot on the steel. I can apply heat, by laser, by electron beam, by oxyacetylene, by induction heating, all this. I apply heat so intense to just one spot. That spot heat up very quickly, it alternatize, and then when I quench it, only that spot will harden. Are you clear enough? This is known as what? Selective surface. Okay? Now, the other method is I add alloying elements into the